Hey guys, this is me. So I'm gonna make this very quick, because last year I made the one I made last year was like 35 minutes long. This isn't gonna be this long. So as of right now, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on 2021. I'm going to be giving out some reasons why this year was bad and why this year was good. I'm going to be giving out some reasons why this year ended up turning bad and what was good about this year. So 2021 was a very bad year for several reasons. One of the reasons is there was like tons of drama in the community. One of the reasons is that there was like tons of drama going on in this community and such. Starting off in January, um, like one of them was like out of I can't really say his name because he's underage, but he got hated for not handling criticism, being immature and such. And he was also kind of behaving the same way last month when I got that hate base though, because I was in a confronting there was a confronting group out of me though, and then he was acting very immature in the group I was in, like yelling at me and such and being immature. But I'm not really gonna go into that because I've got because that's already because but I'm not really gonna go into full details about it since my friend already made a community post to like have my drama slow down. I got like most of my friends back weeks later, but still. Um, so I'm gonna be giving out some reasons why I don't 2021 was bad. One of the reasons is that there was like a lot of drama in this community going on in this community. There was a lot of people turning into conclusion jumpers. Like there was tons of users jumping into conclusions and such. Even if like on a user, a criminal, a pedophile, whatever. There was like a lot of users jumping into conclusions, like trying to give the users a hate base though, and actually this year was actually even worse than 2020 because this year was actually even worse than 2020. Um, Despite 2020 though, we had like 2020 being the worst because 2020 we had the most drama in 2020. And actually one of my besties got herself involved in drama recently. Got herself involved in a lot of drama last year. And then she ended up blaming me for it weeks later, but and that caused a lot of it. And I'm not really gonna go into full details about what happened, but I'm just letting you know. The first reason is that this actually started on the week of my birthday, so I believe I was actually out. I believe on my birthday this year, which was January 14th, 2021. Um, One of my good friends of mine who is currently neutral to me called out one of my friends, Anna, for like being homo. Called out one of my friends. Um, yeah, and on my birthday, which this actually occurred on my birthday, which was on January 14th, 2021. And I was actually out for my birthday when this happened, so I wasn't even home at all. So my friend ended up getting called out. So one of my really good friends ended up getting called out for like being like homophobic and like in a Discord chat and such, and then this led to him making a exposing in a truth video out of her and three other users like on my birthday and the day after my birthday and such. And there was like a lot of drama going on against Rainbow and such afterwards, and it was a lot that happened. And in February this year, which was on February 11th, 2 days after my former friend 2 days after my friend, which I don't really like anymore, got hated for hurting my bestie's feelings in a group chat and such. This was actually on February 12th. This was actually on Lunar New Year. So I was invited to a friend of mine's StreamYard, and we were kind of like talking about like a certain user that I despise, and around the 4 hour mark, I think this was like 20 minutes before I was kicked off all of my stuff But my and this actually occurred like 20 to 30 minutes before my mom had me off my stuff because she wanted me to take a break around that time. One of my friends brought up the situation about like my former friend online dating like 8 to 9 people, and then to 9 people though when that topic was not supposed to be brought up in that stream in the first place. Um, and then this was like 4 hours and 26 minutes, and I'm not gonna say this what stream it happened on. I'm not gonna say which stream it happened on. I'm just gonna say that that actually ended up happening. And the very next day, when one of my friends was on, one of my bestie was online, when I told her about it, she got very, very upset. So upset that she ended up started crying and such, and got really sensitive because of it. And please note that my friend is very sensitive, so she can get upset very easily, even when people talk like crap about her and such. Even like when she catches anyone like talking bad about her or anything, she would instantly cry out of nowhere. She would like get very, very upset. And I do understand why she gets that upset, because I do have another friend who cry. I do have another friend that does get upset very easily too, but she's not really friends with me anymore due to the situation with Jacob and such. But I'm not really gonna go into full details about it. But about that, I mean, but yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of bad though, like to see how that situation turned out. And then like 3 minutes later, my bestie, requested to have a very stern conversation with my friend around that time, and that led to then my friend was let off the warning and such, and I ended up not making a video about it for a reason, and that was actually one of the situations that I actually did not make a video about because I didn't really want to escalate the situation or even address about what happened though, or even mention my bestie's name in the video. So I left it out in a I left it out in a couple of I left it out in a couple I left it out in every up so I left that topic out of all episodes. So I didn't mention about in the Spies Detectives in the next episode of the Spies Detectives Bradley and in my Boris for Hire series. Although my Boris for Hire series is temporarily being worked on by my friend MJ until this year is over with. And then so that's, even though my Boris for Hire series is currently being worked on and produced by MJ until this year is over with, but still. And then the very next day, she did finally calm down, and but that's the point. And then in March of this year, so fast forwarding 1 week later, I'm not gonna go into the next reason because that reason is very personal, but I'm gonna fast forward to March because that's around March 13th. One of my former friends had to restart her stream due to me, like, saying the link to one of my friends to her stream. And on March, I believe like around like starting in April, starting in late March, around that same month, I actually got myself a crush. I mean, we aren't crushies anymore though. I mean, sadly, I'm currently taking by someone else. But yeah, that's what I wanted to. And then going to like April 2021, and there was a huge drama war going on against a few of my friends, which I'm not really going to go into. And then I kind of accidentally blurted out that one of my friends didn't care about my crush being suicidal at the time, though, and and that caused a huge stir and controversy, though, that led to her getting that led to her getting whited out along with my friend on a public stream my friend was doing, even though he already deleted that stream along with his other streams. But I'm not really going to talk about him because me and him aren't really friends anymore. But the friend I'm referring to is, not the one who did the stream where it all happened on, but I'm actually referring to him, actually, not the one that got heavily criticized. So So, and then a few weeks later, I believe this was like a few weeks after I started adding one of my besties, Princess Sapphire, in my videos. My friend almost got in trouble. Thankfully, there wasn't any drama or streams that made out of him. So, but starting in May 2021, 1 month later, um, when it started like getting very hot in my one day my area was under an excessive heat warning, and I was forced to stay home that day. This actually occurred on Memorial Days. Um, so I was on a StreamYard. I'm not gonna say which one, and I sent the link to one of my friends without permission, and I didn't know that my friend had that rule to where I can't send a link to random people without permission though, and it got me banned from his streams until like at least June or July, and that didn't go out too well, and then starting around late June, I got banned from his streams again for sending a link to one of my other friends though, which led to my friend extending him my ban though, and for several of those times, and then going to like the month of, and this was actually around the time where I was under an excessive heat warning for that other day. So, I mean, and another reason why I don't like 2021 is that I had my state and my area had to deal with the deadliest wildfire season in history. I was under several excessive heat warnings over the summer. I was under like 10 to 15 different excessive heat warnings over the summer. One of the days temperatures topped up into like the 110s. So that sparked a fire, a brush fire, like not too far from my house. I believe like 10 minutes away from my house. So that didn't go out too well though. I mean, I could literally smell the smoke, so it was terrible. Going into like June and July, my friend got hated for defending a criminal and such, and then going into like, and then later during that month, and during that same, and then during that same month, and during that same, and then in July, one of my friends got hated for defending a criminal. My mom got tested positive for COVID like 2 days before my hate base occurred in July, so that didn't go out. And several of my family members ended up passing away. Like I lost several family members, and several of them actually tested positive for COVID. For example, my mom ended up testing positive like 2 days before I got hated on, but and such. And then going into like August and was being going to like August though, there was like a huge feud going on against me and my friend, which went so far that, and then I believe like around like in the second week of August, this was actually one of the times where I was actually like grounded for like telling my mom's business to someone. A few days after that though, I was being homophobic to one of my friends and got called out for it, and I had to make a long sincere apology to one of my friends because I also offended him, and also had to make it into a video too, so that didn't go out too well. And then me and my bestie had to got into like several arguments this year on like DMs, even if it had something to do with me copy and pasting messages, pissing her off, and all this other type of stuff that wasn't necessary. So it wasn't great though, and I'm not really gonna go into full details about that. And then and I also got into several controversies on DMs. I went off topic in several StreamYards and such. And then when September hit, the tables turned. And around like late September, my friend blocked me on Discord, and I was added to a confrontation group. And in October, I got into hot water again. and during that same month, I believe like a few days after I made the apology video, my friend ended up having like an attitude with me and such due to me like copy and pasting messages to her and such. And that led to me making a video about it like a week or two later. And she didn't know about that though until I had to admit it in a Discord call like at least 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that didn't go out too well. And a similar incident happened like last Thursday as well. But yeah, and there was and I have to deal with being talked to about one of my friends, and he started going on with me saying I went off topic a couple of times, and he ended up ignoring me. So that didn't go well. And then in October of that same and that very next month, I got into several dramas that I don't want to address. In November, I think, I ended up losing a family member, and also during that same month in October, I was under storm watch, and I had to completely postpone several of my videos in November, December, and all of that. In November, and which was last month, I had to deal with a hate base. I ended up getting a very big hate base for not making up lies about one of my friends. So, but when my friend also brought my past about what I did to him, about what I did last year. I was only 17. I also brought up other stuff about me, which got the entire community, almost got half of the community to hate me and such. I did, however, get most of my friends back, but most of them are just neutral to me and not really, but it still caused chaos, and I ended up on a StreamYard though, and then my friend yelled at me, and then there was a stream out of me and I already made like several videos about this, so I'm not really gonna go into that because I'm not trying to make this video too long, like I said. And then this month, and then on the 22nd, my friend made up a lie about me regarding the whole scandal. And once December hit though, and then my friend kept on going on about me copying and pasting messages from people and such, which led to me making several more videos about it though. And in December, I actually had to take away one of her roles in the Spies Detectives because of what happened a few weeks ago, which I did give it. And there was actually one episode where she actually didn't appear in, because there was actually one episode that she actually didn't appear in this month because of that. So yeah, it didn't go out too well. And then a few weeks ago, I got called out by her again for copy and pasting messages. She noticed that when I was typing. She did notice that when I started typing too fast and everything. And this was actually on one of the days where she was in a very bad mood. So that didn't go out too well. I'm not gonna explain why she was in a bad mood, since that reason is personal. But this did have something to do with something going on with her in her life, which I'm not really going to discuss about, like I said. So it's kind of really, I won't say there's fault on both sides, because there is. I'm not gonna say which one because it's too political. I don't want to say. So, and then I lost my uncle. And the worst thing about this year is that I ended up losing another family member, like at least two. And then, one of my friends on Discord ended up testing positive for COVID. And one of my friends told me on Discord that he tested positive for COVID. Two of my family members tested positive. So it wasn't great. And I'm glad this year is almost over, because, but there was a lot of drama going on and then I also got into hot water earlier this month regarding like a video that I have uploaded regarding like two of my former friends, which they didn't really like or approve of. So I'll just say that this year was terrible because of all the drama that happened and the cases and such, and and due to like several of my friends like testing positive and such, and due to one of them not feeling well though, like several of my plans and like several of my plans were actually canceled, including like events and such. Same how it was last year which was when the whole pandemic started. But I'm not really gonna go into full details about that because that's already left to the side. I want to get this video done and ready. So, and the good thing about this year, though, I mean, is that I went out of town a couple of times. Despite the fact that I had to deal with like the voice is not working though, but I met a lot of new friends and such, and graduated from high school. So there was a lot of good things that happened this year. However, once 2022 hits though, you're not going to be seeing any announcement videos for me, because of last month. I want to make up for that though. I mean, there's going to be another video about this. There's going to be another video about this soon, so that's going to be. But anyways though, I'm just going to say I'm going to close up this video for now, and yeah, like I said, and then the good thing about this year though is that I got to go to the snow and such, and that's all I did. And yeah, anyways, I guess I have everything else I had to say, so I'll see you guys later. And I'll see you guys later. Been so long. So no